Holy, what's good about it? It's your boy Roman Puss here with some Nico Robin Onigashima Raid One Piece Bounty Rush gameplay. We're going to be going over the queen herself, the killer of runners, the savior and the end of please all kings. Please, for the love of Jesus, I need the kings to stop. Anyways, we got two types of gameplay for you going today. We got ourselves a level 100 Nico Robin, featured by the one, the only Tamasa-chan, Wet Puss, reigning supreme here on the Straw Hat units. And then we got our second one, Imon, who got the boost for Nico Robin. I don't know where these Robin fans go. They'd be crazy. It's insane, but they do what they do, and I respect them for it. So here's the support that I want to jump in and show you guys that we're going to be running on the level 100, flat level 100 boost to Robin. So we got ourselves that level of support. It's actually insanely high, 167, kind of crazy. We got the metal set that we're running. I think it's about 54, 54, 54. Up across the board. I may be wrong on those numbers. They're a little bit of HP, full attack, and then that. And we're running Kaido metal set because we have our skill 1 cooldown. You want to get that skill 1 cooldown so you can get that back as fast as you can, so you can smack people again and just go wah 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 wah, which is a little tentacle hentai enjoyment pleasurable features. So obviously Nico Robin fans, I now realize why they're Nico Robin fans, and I respect them for it. Anyways, let's dive in and let's look at our boost for hyper boosted Nico Robin support and medals and what we're going to be running on that. All right, so we only have 160 support. We got the New World, a little bit of Zone Attacker, Defender across the board, and runners. We got to get those up in one of those featured. I would recommend having one of those featured, probably Attacker's medal set. This is the medals we're going to be running. Full attack, mostly HP with a tish bit of defense. Obviously, these Robin fans, this is a boost for Robin fan day one, so obviously they're going to have some colored medals. That's, you run what you need and what you want. All right, you guys, now let's dive in and let's look at her skills. We do got our skill 1, the one that we kind of want that cooldown for. You got summon up your big Giganto Fleur that goes, slash a bunch of times, get your tentacle hentai. Only 11 base damage is actually really low, but the end at 414, you can actually hit for up to 10k, 15k damage around that area on the final knockback push. We don't know what the hidden scaling is behind that. It's only 37-second cooldown, not insanely long, but it's still long enough to where you're going to want a little extra cooldown and focus that. So this is your primary bread and butter. I would worry about this when you're doing metal sets. Skill 2, this is your Freya. Really short cooldown, 25 seconds. It does hit multiple times and is excellent against King. This is what you want to use. It has a very large range. You can generally hit from one flag to another depending on the map that you're at. So it's actually very useful if you're in Low Town. You can pretty much hit from one flag to the next if you want to defend it, so you don't really have to move. It's very convenient, and I really like this skill in terms of taking out King and pushing him and killing him off the flag. It's phenomenal. It does a large amount of damage, and it does double damage to runners. So instead of 313, it's actually hitting for 626. Very large amount of damage. So 626, a Roman P's birthday. Don't forget it. Let's go. Obviously, Robin, Roman. What can I say? We're one in each. We're two but one. Anyways, character traits. When attacking an enemy that is capturing a treasure, attack boosted by 50% for 10 seconds. I like this trait, but it could be better. It's really not that great because most people are going to jump off the treasure, so be careful. You don't want to give them a perfect dodge when you're doing that. When attacking an enemy with skill 1, recover HP by 5% and increase the cooldown time of enemy skill by 3%. Very useful. Again, that's why we focus skill 1. For a set period of time after using skill 1, resist stagger, being downed, knockback, and reduce damage received by 70%. This helps you be tanky. Now you are not immune to status effects. Be careful of that. When your HP is more than 30%, 1 HP will be left if KO'd by the enemy. Very useful. Actually, surprisingly very useful because you can potentially heal back up from it. When attacking an enemy in an area around your captured treasure, increase the damage dealt by 30% and reduce the cooldown time of skill 2. Now this is very useful because you're kind of more of a defender attacker. You're not an attacker. It sucks that you can't push, but you can at least defend much better than a regular attacker. When your HP is more than 70%, reduce damage received by 30% and reduce damage received from runners by 20%. So if you have that 30% plus you use your skill 1, you'll actually be reducing damage for same large amounts. So if you have Grand Line, if you have Zoan, I strongly would recommend using those because you'll generally take like 0 damage when you're using your skill 1. When attacking a runner, inflict self with Nullify Stagger for 6 seconds and reduce enemies' max HP by 50%. The reducing max HP, I'm going to be honest, I don't know if that's really like... It's useful, but it's not actually doing that much. I guess it's to prevent runners from becoming monsters when they if they run away from Robin, which they probably will do. The Nullify Stagger is actually huge. It's anti-stagger is one of the best things in the game. It allows you to just kind of be a monster and you don't even have to worry about the enemy's abilities. You can just kind of kill them. Well, depending on the abilities, but you generally can just fight them without having to worry about anything. Now, last one, when receiving percentage damage included from status effects from an enemy, recover HP by 6%. This is very nice. This is kind of, she is the anti-king because he's been so obnoxious in League Battle. Instead of taking 40% from his skill 1, which it does do percentage damage for 40% of anyone's HP, she'll heal back 6% for each tick that he does, which is 6 times 4. Gives you your, what is that, 30? 6 times 4? Is that 24? So you get that, so you only lose 16% of your HP. God, quick maths. Thinking on the spot here. And I'm talking. Anyways, let's dive in and let's look at some gameplay featuring Tomasa first, and then I'll mark them on the tab, so whichever one you all want to watch, for the level 100, the boost for, or watch it all, whatever you please in. So let's dive in and let's get to it. Alright, you guys, here we go. We got ourselves only one King Runner and a bunch of other attackers. One thing I do want to focus on is the fact that you are still fine when not fighting runners, but given that you are oriented towards fighting runners with all your traits, I would capitalize and try and focus the runners and prevent them from doing runner tings and taking all of your flags. So with this, you have your anti-stagger, you have your fat damage increase, such as so, where you just one-shot these runners. Your skill 2, at the very least, does about like 70 to 80% of a runner's HP bar. And with that, you reduce their HP bar by like 50% of that, so it's insane that skill 2 is so good against it. I do want to mention how the long range of that, you'll get to see that in this video a little bit later on. It's disgusting. But the skill 1 is your bread and butter in terms of survivability, in terms of actually fighting hand-to-hand combat. When you're not fighting runners, generally your skill 1 is going to be your go-to. So you can kind of keep your sustain. You have the damage reduction. The one thing you need to be wary of is the status effects. You're not immune to them. Now we do hit for a little bit of damage. We're tapping for like 500 roughly per those little small hits, and then we hit for a good amount of damage. Other than that, that Whitebeard is green. Keep that in mind. Now this is actually kind of a disadvantage for us because these are green units. That Shanks is probably going to demolish you in a lot of scenarios. So be wary of Shanks. I would try and avoid him if you can. If you can't, that's fine too. Unfortunately, since we're not immune to status effects, things like anti-heal are going to be a huge bane to your existence because they're just going to stop you from surviving with all of that. If you ever see a wall user who do that before you even start fighting them, just walk away like this. Like this is exactly what we want to do. Now, we do have almost all these flags. We do have the damage increase on our flags. We are a defender type attacker. Oh, there's that trait when you're above 30% HP. Survive with 1. If we weren't anti-healed, we would have actually survived that. That's the unlucky part. All right, go time. Back up on the map, baby. Let's go. Now, I don't particularly think Robin's an insane point booster, but she can hold her own in terms of getting solid amount of points. Like, you can still pick up a good 6K score with her. You're just not going to be getting, like, the free extra scores. God, we do so much damage to that Whitebeard. And one thing I do want to emphasize there, which is you notice how your skill 1 slapped someone until they were dead, and then once they die, you did aim at another enemy who was near you. Like we swapped to the Monet after we killed the Whitebeard. Fantastic. Now, all we have to do is guard against these double runners. There's that trait coming in again. If we weren't anti-healed by the Kaido, we'd actually be able to heal up here from our skill 1 coming up if we were able to get out of range. We did perfect dodge. It did pop up on the screen. Unfortunately, it didn't count as a perfect dodge. So that's the end of that game. Free dub, baby. Robin's actually kind of lit. And clearing Tisha. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Next game. All right, ladies and gents, we got ourselves only one runner to start this. Again, remember, you got to watch out for those fat attackers. Careful of that lag out there in this game, ladies and gents. It may lag you out. It may make your game crash. It's happened to me. It sucks. And you get a free loss from it as well, and Bandai punishes you for it. I love it. Anyways, let's look at get back to the game here. We got ourselves King. We do want to make sure we capitalize off King. Try and get his basic attacks, his dodge out before you go using your skills. Obviously, this is actually phenomenal thing to use against him, but he does get the free perfect dodge out of here. So be careful when you're doing that. They can almost always perfect dodge while you're skill 1-ing them in the middle of taking a flag, so be careful of that. One other thing I would like to note about when you're playing Onigashima Robin. She's a very different style type of attacker, and just Robin units in general are very different. Most people, when they're playing an attacker with their basic attacks, they dash forward and then dash forward. But Robin's a different story. She generally sits in one place and she has her arms go and attack out in front of her, thusly not moving your own unit forward. So she feels very different because you can't use her basic attacks in order to move, like in case you were slowed or something. So it's a very, very, very different style. It takes some getting used to because you do have range, but you don't move. So be careful of that when you're playing that. That's just like the primary thing I want to emphasize. The other thing that is very different is the fact that she's a defender type attacker. Your damage increase is when you're on your flag primarily as compared to being on the enemy flag. So Usually you can go and hold on your own flag. Be careful because most attackers do have damage increase on your flag as well, so they will be doing lots of damage to you, but you will be doing lots of damage to them. Oh my god, that 10k on that last hit of that skill against a Shanks. Whoo! And then the skill 2 damage, bro! Holy, we just popped them all. Oh my god. Wow, that's the enemy team wipe right there. That feels nice. That skill 2, even though that one looks like... I like the skill 1 is the main reason I like this unit, but that skill 2 is just so good. And the range on that is phenomenal. Oh my god, look at the damage. Look at that King's health. Where? That's like an automatic, like, 85% of his HP gone. Wow. And Tesoro's right here. If Tesoro gets our gold... Oh, okay. So Tesoro's still there. We didn't turn to gold because we didn't do more than 50% of his HP, so we're chilling. Now, 30 seconds left. We're up in flags. All we have to do is ideally defend. If we can just kill this king and prevent him from doing the things, the king things, then we'll be good. We can't just skill 2. Look! Oh my god, we pressed it the wrong direction. What are you doing, Tamata? It's okay, been there, done that. Or no, did it aim at the Shanks? It might have aimed at the Shanks. But either way, we're gonna maybe get this flag unless we turn to gold. Oh, 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 oh. Wow, wow, wow. God, this skill is so nice. I love that. That skill looks so good. I'm actually kind of hyped for Demon Robin after like this unit is coming here. I'm actually becoming more of a Robin fan from this unit. I'll be honest. Robin fan, day 1. Perhaps Roman puts? That could be me. 7k score, 6.9. Oh my god, that's delicious. That's a free MVP right there. And this is why this unit's thriving. This is why all of y'all be hard summoning jutsu for this. Oh my god. And that's the 7 kills. Mission done as well. EZ. Let's... Alright, here we go, ladies and gents. We got ourselves a bunch of EXs. I do want to mention your damage percent healing. So if you take a percentage damage, I was trying to find the right word for that, could not. If you take percentage damage, you will heal back 6% of it. So King, who does 10% 4 times, 40%, normally your HP will be gone. But since you reduce a bunch of that and heal a bunch of it back, you'll only lose 16% of your HP from that. People like Akainu, who I believe does 6% of your HP, I could be wrong on that, but I believe he only does 6%. You will heal back fully, so you'll take 0 damage from his Incinerate effect, which is perfectly fine. Oh my god, goodbye Akainu. Oh, this is actually good. This is a good fight here. Now, EX Luffy. You have your skill 1 that goes rapid fire slaps. He has his skill, whatever it is, that rapid fire, this skill right here. I want to watch out for that. So, apologize for the One Piece Boundary Rush lagginess. If you use them against each other at the same time, he will end up winning it. Why? Because he stuns. Another thing I want to capitalize, when you are using your skill 1, you are not immune to status effects. You just have damage reduction, ignore the knockbacks, ignore the knockdowns, but you're not immune to status effects. So people can stun you, tremor you, candy you, golden you, singify you. They can do any kind of effect and you're going to be interrupted. So thusly, if the Luffy stuns you, he will win it. He's going to destroy you, unfortunately. I mean, it does make sense, I guess, according to the lore. Captain beats the crewmate if you want to go that ham on that. Now, we are Team Boost. We're actually hitting for fat damage. Your basic attacks do hit for 2 to 3 times per basic, which is actually kind of nice when you're fighting people that you need to multi-hit against. May not be as good against someone like Dragon Kaido, where he's just going to be giga tanky and giga defensive. Honestly, the way the meta is shifting, I'm calling it here, you guys, the meta is shifting towards a defense buff-oriented meta. One thing to watch out for, because a lot of the current attackers that are becoming meta are not mad attack buff attackers. They're damage reduction ignoring attackers. So the meta is heavily shifted. You have like Charlotte Cracker, you have this Robin, you have... Things have like drastically changed. Oh my god, that skill 2's disgusting amounts of damage is crazy. Okay, here we go, you guys. We are back on the map. Outrunning. Only 15 seconds left in the game. All we do is got this Big Mom. We are, watch, she's going to transform into runner mode. Boom, we're going to skill to her. Boom. Oh my god, we did about like 30 to 40% of her HP. Not the most, not the worst, but boom, she's dead. You actually, the reducing of her HPs, I would say is big, but she can just reduce it. But that's phenomenal. 6.2k score. This Robin actually does get a solid amount of points. I was actually impressed with this. Brooke, massive unit as well. Both these Bounty Fest units are phenomenal. All right, ladies and gents, here we go. Boost for Nico Robin from the Onigashima raid. We are finna be attacker. We got ourselves a little bit of Kaido. I kind of want to see if we can focus the Kaido in these battles and hope it'll kind of go well. We do got some Pero Rodin. That's one person we majorly need to watch out for when we're using. Look at the range on that. So you can just hit. Oh, there's a little bit of lag there. I gotta love Bounty Rush. Okay, the one thing we gotta watch out for is Pero. Okay, I'm pretty sure you're immune to knockback. No, why did that knock us out of that? I feel like that should not have knocked us out of that. How did that knock us out of that? I'm pretty sure. What? Okay, whatever. Who got that free perfect dodge? Captain Kid, thank you. Next, I actually need to check my thing. And what? That's insane. What the stuff? Nico Robin. Interesting. We gotta watch Pedro Rodin. Homeboy's gonna bamboozle us. That's gonna be disgusting. We don't want to get hit by the candy-fied. Kaido, on the other hand, can be free kill. Free killo, fishillo. You best believe-o. Oh my god, I'm literally reading. I'm gonna go through this traits. When using skill 1, you're literally resist to stagger, being downed, and knockback. Interesting, Bandai. What a lovely game. Because he's been so laggy, it must have been that issue. Alrighty. Now, anyways, even though we got knocked back, obviously, I'm assuming it was a connection thing. She might have used the skill way earlier, and then just the visual things are way off. That's how this game works. Unfortunately, the connection's not great. That skill 2 range, amazing. I absolutely love it. It's fantastic. Shanks is going to be an issue for us. We don't have any damage increase, really, so trying to whop through people on here is going to be a potential issue. I love the tracking on that skill 1 is fantastic, so you at least get the guaranteed last hit if people aren't paying attention to you. Watch that Pedro Rodin. Bro, the damage on that skill 2 is actually phenomenal. Watch out for team boost, by the way. Just a heads up. Something to look out for. Robin seems to be a fantastic unit. I think the only issue that she runs into is green attackers. I mean, which makes sense. I think it's a circle of life balance, but green attackers really do demolish her. People like Who's Who. Obviously, you can see Shanks. And then Paraspero just kind of kills everyone if you're not immune to stat effects. So he's just a whole different story. But in general, I think, like, yeah, green attackers. I think it should be that way, though. Like, greens should beat blues, blues should beat reds, and reds should beat greens. That's fine. That's the circle of life. That's how it goes around. People like Shanks and Roger and Akainu in their times, just being able to kill and destroy everything, no matter the color or who they are, I think should have never really been a thing. So, it's nice that we have what we have now. We got the good stuff. We're chilling. Oh, I don't think we're going to be able to grab this flag. We might not be able to grab it. I don't think we're going to have that flag. There's a 1.5 times flag charged. That's not happening. But them heals, we still got a 5k score. If we would have won this game, we would have been roughly at 6k score. She's honestly pretty solid. Pretty solid indeed. Let's go next game, baby. All right, ladies and gents, we got ourselves another round. Apparently a blue Usopp in this game. That's fantastic. You got to love when you run into those. It's quite unfortunate, honestly. But anyways, we got ourselves not Marineford, Logtown. Jesus, learn my maps. Holy, it's honestly just a name mix up. I know this place. All right, Usopp, watch out for that. That's a free kill. Should be, roughly. We just got to use those basic attacks. And then we'll press our skill 1. Oh, slap, 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 slap. Unfortunate. Homeboy's knocked down. He got them revives. 10,000 revives. Z. Oh my Jesus. Okay. Homeboy does like fantastic damage against attackers, so we got to watch out for that. That skill 2 range, I mean, I don't know. That one wasn't that far there, but something about it just, I'm going to be so thrown off by that. Because I think most people don't really expect it. It's kind of like one of those opera things to dodge. This player 5's got an interesting team. Yeah. Interesting choice of team, but, I mean, it works. Now, obviously being Robin, again, we do want to stay on our flag. We got that damage increase. We are a defending attacker, not an attacking attacker. There's a difference. If you don't know, keep the traits. It's just one thing you need to look out for in that terms of that situation. Now, luckily, oh, wail on him, wail on him, wail on him. Boosh, boosh. Oh, them Robin basics. Honestly, I really do like this Robin's basics. Even though they do feel fairly awkward, I still enjoy it. I feel like people like Robin should count as kind of like somewhat of a ranged character, so like she shouldn't get staggered for popping Uta's shield, which she just did. If you guys didn't catch that, you can rewind the vid a little bit, but that's crazy. Love me some Robin. 28k HP is actually pretty solid. We do have a little bit of an advantage as the previous regular level 100. This team, I think we're going to get a 5-0 because just King Tings. We got Kings and Zolos, and you know, I think the only thing that truly stops King very well is Paraspero or this. Little Nico Robin, indeed. 5k score. Not bad. I kind of feel player 5 might have been throwing that game, but I mean, I'm going to call you out. It's okay. A doobie is what a doobie is. Let's go next game, baby. Next game. Alright guys, here we go. We got ourselves the starting of this game. I just wanted to see the nice shiny pretty boost for. Oh my god, look at that. Oh, you see that 3 be shining? I don't get why they just didn't make it a boost 4. Instead they made it a boost 3 with a little shining if it's 4. Like, they just name it boost 4. Like, why? I don't know. We have boost 3 orbs, and I guess they just didn't want to label them boost 4 orbs. Whatever, doesn't matter. I think a boost 4 would have been fine. Doesn't matter. But either way, Fantastic. Let's see what we got here. Uta is someone we'll need to watch out for. Rayleigh, we should probably demolish fairly easily. Let's see if this Uta... No, we're not going to break her shield. She has got that candy. We can at least break her shield with this. That will bust that. Oh my god, it's multi-hit, so you can actually break through her shield. And then there's Rayleigh. You do got to watch out for the Rayleigh perfect dodge. The skill 1, I feel like, is fairly easy to perfect dodge on this Robin. Oh, didn't get hit by the Uta later, nerd. Thank you, next. Did Rayleigh get smashed by that? Where did that... Oh, Rayleigh perfect dodge the Big Mom. That's where he went. Okay. All right, watch out for the Uta skill 1. I don't even... There, she used it on the Big Mom. Okay, we're chilling. All right, as long as Uta doesn't use that on that, we're fine. We have good damage reduction against runners. We always have 20%, but we do have 50% while we are above 70% HP. So, ideally, we want to see if we can heal back up from this. Please don't knock down the Zolo, and they knock down the Zolo. Oh, no. Where is he? I can't even see the Zolo. Am I blind? Hello? He's, like, inside of you. We got the full health back, pretty much. We're above 70% HP. Oh my god, bro, that rough Legia, like, with how short your skill 2 cooldown is, oh my god, you can just use that. That was 4k on your 3rd basic attack. That's not bad. That was 3.8. Actually really solid. Oh my Jesus. Now let's see if we can get another flag. We're going to go for the pushes. There's a law you actually... I mean, honestly, we can fight that pretty easily as long as we don't get petrified. Which we got stunned petrified there. That's not bad. That's not... Actually, that's manageable. So... Team boost. Let's kill this. Oh my god. Later, nerd. Bro, that skill 2. Rapligia. Whatever that skill is called. Are we set? We're not status affecting what? Oh, he revived from... He heal revived. Boosh, bro. Oh my god. Perfect dodge. Clean. Clarence Teacher. Your name is Clarence Teacher. The Robin soft to touch. Cause they like to miss me much. They miss me much. Ooh. Rayleigh who? That's a free team boost. Okay, now here's where we need to go and push the next flag. Ideally, going back to this flag, we don't want to worry too much about that. We want to have confidence in our teammate. Take that with a grain of salt, because sometimes your teammates just ain't it. But that's all right. So, shout out to Cracker. Thank you, next. Before the enemy gets the team boost, which they already had theirs, honestly, so it's actually not that big of a deal. But you generally want to get this 4th flag. It would pretty much secure your win as long as people aren't acting foolish. Oh my god. You're just going to slap the shite out of this? We didn't even get anti-healed that whole time by the law? Bro, they're both anti-staggered, so they're just sitting there slapping each other. Ooh, later Charlotte Cracker. And we just gotta not lose this flag. Please don't lose this flag. That would be so sad. I would be very upset. Okay, we got Charlotte Cracker. Let's go, baby. Oh my god. Come on, Charlotte Cracker. Come on. Come on, Charlotte Cracker. Okay, stop him. Hold the door. Oh, killed that. Later nerd. Thank you, next. Oh, that's +2? Thank you, next. I got that 1 HP trait, really putting in the work, put it in the dirt. Now watch me ride, slide. Y'all can't stop Nico Robin be fly. Yeah. That's right. Oh my god, that felt good. That felt good. That felt real good. Ooh, let's go. Oh my god. I want to see my points. Come on now. Okay. Oh, Charles, 5 point. All right, you guys, that is our Nico Robin gameplay. I hope you guys enjoyed the videos. We got ourselves level 100, boost 4. In general, boost 4 doesn't crazy change things, but I just kind of wanted to show y'all both the units, both of them. So we got level 100, got boost 2. Big shout out to Tomas and Iman again. Thank y'all so much for the gameplay. I probably might actually level up this Robin eventually. We'll work on it. Hopefully I kind of pull more copies in the future. We'll see. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think of her down below. Do y'all like her? I know she's a very just like solidly good unit. She has her niche and she does that and she does it very well, and she's not like overly flooding. People need to stop expecting a unit that just does all and all be all of everything. Like, we don't need more of those units that ruined the game and no one enjoyed the game when that was a thing. So anyways, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe. Check out my Twitch, Twitter, and Discord down in the description below. I'm Rumpus. I'm going to be taking off. Yeah, holy. Peace, beautiful people.